All right, welcome to the Novice Sports Show, a show where three guys came together organically to talk about sports from a novice point of view. Now, like I said, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. I would say we would read it, but we got day jobs and we ain't got that type of time. So, with that, we're going to jump into our intros. We got my man with the Sox hat on, been traveling the
Jay,
world, been doing things, making money, sitting on stacks, but we welcome him back. And we got
Jay,
yeah, of course we got man with mad bars. He would leave a comment, but he got like five jobs.
AJ.
And we got A-Dub. So a lot of topics. Again, this is the most fabulous time of the year. We have what we call football, basketball, because basketball is going to be popping off soon. We got the NCAA. We got a whole bunch of things going on. I would say we would talk about the NBA, but ain't nobody watching that anyway. All right. But like I said, topic, we got two we're gonna really jump into. We got your man Klay Thompson talking about he could lead a squad. And we were kind of like, could you really? I mean, could you really lead a squad if you didn't have Steph and you didn't have your man Draymond and you didn't have the cast you had? Or can you carry a team? Just because you're a leading scorer don't mean you can lead a team. That just means you shoot a lot. What y'all got to say about that?
I'll go
so
first.
wait,
Oh no, go
wait, hold
ahead,
on,
Jay.
hold on. Let me pose the question. So within the, though I never knew or paid attention that Clay
Mhm.
was the leader scorer for the 2016 team. I think that's what he said.
Wait,
Um,
for the
my
playoffs
question is,
or the regular
who?
season?
It was playoffs.
I
That
think it
was
was for the
that was playoffs.
playoffs. I
It
think it
was
was
playoffs.
talking about the playoffs.
Playoffs.
Yeah, I think it was talking playoffs. But it poses a bigger question,
Mhm.
and that is, who would be a better number one option, Clay Thompson or Manu Ginobili?
Well, I'm just gonna say Manu because I'm gonna say Manu because Manu had to play with Tim. He had to play with who else? Finley.
Burger.
Had to play with Tony Parker. So he had, I mean, to be honest, ain't enough balls on the court, right? Like I said, but Manu actually, I would say if he had to take a shot, he could create a shot. Mind you, it looked funny going up, but it somehow or another, it always went in. Like I said, though, that's my take on Manu. I would go with Manu. Like I said, Clay doesn't strike me as a create my own shot, drive to the hoop last second. He's doing me sitting out on the wing. I mean, for what I've seen, he's just sitting out there waiting to kick it out and then he hits it. Or he comes into the midi. I don't see Clay shake bacon driving. I just don't see that. Or I haven't seen that part of his game.
This is my thing with Clay, and to me, and I've always said this: you get extra credit when I'm rating your greatness
Mhm.
by what you did, not what you might have been able to do.
Mhm.
Right? So, who do I think is a better basketball player between Clay and Reggie Miller? I'm going to say Clay. But who do I rank higher?
Reggie.
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 Because Reggie carried a franchise.
Yeah.
Reggie made all the big shots. He took his team to the finals, etc. Clay was at best the third most important guy on his teams. Even if he had that game where he scored freaking 500 on two dribbles,
Yeah.
like where he was just like lighting it up.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't want to hear what you think you could have done given the opportunity. What did you do in what you did? Because we'll never know. Like, I got one for you, Jay. Who is better?
Hold on, right quick, hold on, right quick,
Yep.
AJ. But in that, who do you guys saying that Clay shouldn't make that statement? But when you compare the two guys, Clay and Manu, who do you think could though? Because even when I think about it,
Manu.
I'm like, both
Manu. I
have
said Manu.
championship pedigree.
Manu.
Both have a championship pedigree. Okay,
Again, I'm going with Manu.
but what do you have Manu over Clay with? Because I was really
Well,
trying to think about it, and I'm like, Manu was in the same role Clay was
yeah.
in a sense, so I can't really say experience.
Well, here's something else.
Like I think they all had a period of time where they were hot.
You got to remember Manu's role most of the time he was with the Spurs is they wanted him to be the sixth man.
Yeah. Coming off the
He was
bench.
good enough to start, but a lot of times they made him the sixth man. here's something that I'm gonna give Manu over Clay. Manu led his. Where's he from? Argentina?
Yeah, somewhere down there, some overseas
Yeah,
team.
yeah.
Wherever it is. He was the main guy on the team that won the freaking gold medal.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you get credit for that
Yeah.
because Clay's never had to do
Oh,
anything
yeah,
like
yeah.
that, right? So,
Okay.
so you could say Manu didn't have as big a role, and who's a better shooter? Clay, definitely. Who's bigger? Clay, I
Mhm.
think. But that's but so here, this was my point. Who would you rather have, or who do you have kind of ranked higher, Clay
Okay.
or oh, why am I drawing a blank? What's my man shooting
Cool.
guard in for the Suns?
Devin Booker?
Devin Booker.
Okay. I got the tan on.
Because Devin Booker has carried that franchise since he's been there. Clay just has never had to do it, so we don't know if Clay can do it.
Mhm.
And I think Devin Booker
Mm.
is a way better player offensively. I won't say way better. Clay's a better shooter,
Okay.
but
Mhm.
Devin can put the ball on the floor. He can get to
A better
spots.
three-level scorer.
Exactly. Clay, we've just never seen him do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I've only seen him spot up layups. You know, I haven't seen him create his own shot. Like Steph would, right? Let's again, his
You're
own
right.
teammate. Steph dribble, 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 drive, drive, dribble, dribble. Either he gonna dish it or he gonna shoot it. And who he dishing it to?
You're right.
Clay, Draymond, whoever the big man is. That's where he going. But he's
Yeah.
creating the shot. So
And
when
he's
you
throwing it all
And
say,
that puts
over.
me
go
and
ahead.
that puts me in the same bond, like you were saying, AJ. Because now when I think about it, I would have Clay ranked higher based off of accolades and everything else. But skillfully, I
Yeah,
think I would actually put Devin Booker before Clay.
But if you look, Clay doesn't have better accolades than Devin Booker.
other than the rings.
I guarantee you, Devin got more All NBAs. He got more, like first team, second team, whatever's.
Mhm.
Because again, Clay had the benefit of, hey,
Having
Steph,
stars
this
around
is
him.
your team. KD, this is your team.
Yeah.
Draymond, you're our vocal leader.
Mhm.
He could sit back and just be like, I'm that dude that's gonna lock down on defense, stand in the corner, and when you hit me, I'm money.
That's all he
There's
gonna.
no
That's all
You
he
can
gonna
argue
do.
that too, though. That's a good
Clay has
argument.
no
Yeah.
pressure. What'd you say?
Yeah.
I said that's a good argument.
Mhm.
So right now it says Clay has 4 rings, 5 All-Stars, 2 All-NBA selections, and an All-Defensive selection.
Mhm.
Booker
Okay.
right now
Now
currently
look at
has
Devin
five
Booker.
All-Stars plus first team All-NBA and 2 Olympic gold medals. That's it.
But no rings, like I said. But just fine. Just fine. Like I said, with them
But
rings.
you got to think about it because we've had this argument. We've another argument. We've talked about this.
Yep.
When I'm counting rings for people, you only get credit if you were the guy.
Mm.
Yeah.
So that's
Just on the
why.
team.
So that's why Clay has 0 rings, and I'm counting them.
Okay.
Steph has. I'm gonna give Steph 2 because he
KD
should have gotten
one.
the MVP for that first one.
KD.
I'm gonna give KD 2. Clay don't have any, right?
So
LeBron,
then
LeBron
Booker.
look, LeBron has 4.
Uh-huh.
MJ had 6 because
Yeah.
they were the dudes for all of theirs,
Yeah.
right?
Every one of them.
That's how I count. Kobe has 3.
Because
No,
Shaq.
Kobe has 2. Sorry, Kobe has 2. He has the 2 with Gasol. Shaq
Yeah.
has 3
Yeah.
because he was he was the
He
dominant
was a
dude.
dominant person on the
So
team.
Kobe,
It
so
ran through
Kobe
him.
didn't. So in my way of counting, Kobe didn't have 5 rings. Kobe has 2 rings.
Yeah.
But that's just what I do.
But yeah, man. Like I said, but it's. I mean, there'll always be that type of question. I mean, because like I said, I was literally watching a clip on was it TikTok, and the guy was saying, "What's all this talk about Michael Jordan? Blah 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 blah." Was a young cat. He's just like, man, he ain't all that. Then he started watching his clips. He was just like, he said, "Yo," and the key thing I took away with this from it was this. He said that they played again as that tenacious defense where you could hand check, you could choke them and strangle them. He said in today's league was more free flowing. He said he could have scored 40 plus every night. He was like, that dude was a menace. He said, did you see that? I mean, and again, that was just Michael being Michael. And he was just like, yeah, he was, he is him. He is him. He said, but he said, hey, maybe we need to go back and take a look because, hey, we talk about all these guys from the old school can't play in the new league. He said, but the rules were different.
The reason why I got MJ as the GOAT is because to me, he dominated his era more than anybody else dominated their era. He won every championship
he could
that he had a chance to win for the most part.
Yeah.
He also did, to me, he didn't have any weaknesses as a basketball player.
And if he did, he worked on it. Trust me.
Like, I don't think he had any weaknesses as a basketball player. LeBron, to me, does more things. He's a better passer. He's bigger. He's stronger. But he didn't dominate his era like MJ dominated his era because nobody else was eating in MJ's era. I could argue that the players are better now.
Yeah.
And that MJ may not have as much time as if he was, in this era.
Yeah.
But for where he played and when he played, like, I just can't argue. Which is why, Jay, I can't give you Kobe because Kobe, as great as he was, he got one MVP.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you give him, let's say you gave him both of Steve Nash's, which he didn't even finish second on those, he still has 3. When he only would have 3. When LeBron came into the league in 2003, I would argue that by 2006, he was the best player in the league.
Yeah.
And that was peak Kobe time.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So as much as I love Kobe, I can't put you the second greatest of all time when you only got one MVP in the 20 years that you played.
Yeah.
Because other dudes, to me, were,
running the league
better.
Well,
that's not a bad argument. I like that one. I think that's the first argument I've seen from that perspective, actually.
Yeah, but again, that's why we old.
Yeah. Yeah.
But moving on to another topic, like I said. So, again, we go kind of keep it, the Bron topic. I know we talked about this before. Father Time is slowly tapping on his shoulder. I actually expected him to go back to Cleveland. I know I've said this before, to do his swan song, because again, he is, I think, 42 now. And again, I know with the hyperbolic chambers and all the things that we do and all the antioxidants and drugs that we can take, he probably played for another 15 years. But again, I was in my heart, I was hoping he would go back to Cleveland for this season while he is in considerably great shape and do his swan song and then step away. Like I said, the 2-year deal that he signed, with I think it's with the 76ers, I don't know if he's going to be in that great of a shape 2 years now, because that's going to be 44. Father Time is undefeated. I know we talk about, we got the greatest medicine, but I'm sorry, running up and down that court, I'm sure he's put over 10,000 miles on his body.
Well, here's the thing with that. We haven't even seen old man LeBron yet.
And I don't want to see him.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
And I don't want to see that.
But what I'm saying is, think about this. We've seen old man Tim Duncan.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. We've seen old man, Robert Parrish. I'm trying to think of the dudes that play. We haven't really seen old man Kobe, but we definitely didn't see Kobe be Kobe at the end.
Yeah.
Think about this. LeBron, this is why I didn't want him to go to Cleveland, because people are acting like this is his last year. LeBron's going to play 3 more years probably. Now, he may finish up in Cleveland for that
45.
very, very last one.
Say 45.
But think about this. If LeBron, because here's the thing, LeBron is still going to start. LeBron is still going to play crazy minutes. Imagine if he gets to where, like Tim Duncan, where he's playing like 15, 20 minutes a game. That's
Man,
old man LeBron. He could do that for 10 more years.
I know, man, but do you really want to
He'll
see that,
never.
man?
That's what I'm saying. He'll never do that
Yeah, I
because he
mean,
doesn't want to. He doesn't want to be that guy that's
tarnish.
hanging on.
Yeah, I mean, and again, I don't want to see that either because that's like seeing Michael Jordan play for the what the Hornets or the Washington Bullets or whatever, Wizards, whatever we call them now.
Yeah, the Wizards.
That's I don't want to see that.
But even
But
then,
but I will
MJ. Oh, go ahead.
Mhm.
but I will say
MJ
he
was
made a great
averaging
decision
20.
by coming to Philly.
MJ was averaging in the 20s, even with the Wizards.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying though. I don't want to see it. Especially when you used to see him gliding through the air, doing things, and then you see him overweight, spinning and jumping, and
I
can't play
got
no defense. Olay, it's like Olay. But no, so
I got
seriously,
Bron winning a championship his second year.
say what?
I was going to say he's not doing it the first year because Bron
Hot take.
it always
I don't
takes
see
him
him doing
2
the first
years.
year, second year.
Mhm.
Yep.
Figure it out.
And I wish if they would win it the second year that he would just go, be done.
No, you got to do a
Win.
spell wheelchair. You can't do that. If they went the second year, he got to go back to Cleveland and he got to do the swan song. That's it.
Nah,
Nah,
nah.
I
If you
think
win
you win it your second year, you're done. You do a 1 day contract and you retire.
and you retire,
Oh,
That's it.
you gonna cheat him. You're
go
not
out
gonna get
on
a
top.
Kobe. You're not gonna
Go
get a
out
Kobe.
on
Go to
top.
every arena,
I, I,
everybody give you a
I,
standing O.
I,
Huh?
Personally, I feel like if you take a close look at what Braun does, like I don't mind you, I know he did go back, but I don't know if he goes back again.
Back to
Well,
Cleveland.
yeah. I mean, he
Yeah,
went back.
back
He,
to
he brought
Cleveland.
again. He
Yeah.
brought a championship to Cleveland. Like I said, I just want to see the Swan. So I mean, look, that's when you play. You start. You run up and down the court a few minutes, and then you sit down somewhere. That's
But
it.
see, but see, that's what I'm saying. We expect more out of LeBron than anybody's ever expected out of anybody.
Well,
Because
Kobe did it.
people still look at LeBron
Mhm.
at 40 something years old and expect his teams to be in the finals and make championships and for him to be a great player. Nobody
Mhm.
expected that out of anybody else.
Well, I mean, like I said, the expectations change, man. When you set the bar doesn't go down. It
No,
only
I'm
goes up.
saying I'm saying we didn't expect that out of Kobe. We didn't
Yeah.
expect that out of MJ. When he was with the Wizards, nobody was talking about them winning anything.
Oh,
But
nobody did want to win anyway.
but LeBron has never been on a team since he's been peak LeBron that people didn't expect them to make the playoffs and win championships,
Yeah.
and that's why they ding him for not.
Yeah.
Oh, you went 10 times in a row, but you lost 6 of them.
Yeah. Well, look, 40, look, if he's playing baseball, he'd be great. That's a 40% average. He'd be in the Hall of Fame. He's the
Yep.
best player ever.
Within that Philly team, who do you guys think is the biggest, or not the biggest piece? Because that can, yeah, never mind.
And they're
Who
gonna
do
be
you think
losing.
is the most important piece
See,
of that
that's what's
team?
crazy.
Like that good
That
that I know Braun is the guy that gets you over the hump, but who puts them actually over the hump? Like he's over. Like
okay. Here's my
Who is
thing with
this?
that. That's Embiid's team,
Yeah.
right? But we know Embiid isn't the most reliable dude, right?
Who?
right.
Who gets him over the
And
hump?
he's never gotten him over the hump.
Yeah.
To me, Jalen Brown is who they
Yeah.
brought in to get him over the hump. They
Right.
bringing in LeBron. They're bringing in
Is the
LeBron
With
glue guy?
to be
experience.
the glue, like to teach them how to win,
Yeah.
to make the right play.
Yep.
But like you said, Jay, I think it's going to take a minute for them to figure each other out.
Yep.
Because look at
Yeah.
this. What does Embiid need to do? He scores the ball and he needs to have the ball in his hands, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
What does Tyrese Maxey do? He scores the ball. He needs to have the ball in his hands. What does Jalen Brown
But
do?
I don't think Tyrese needs the ball in his hands though. I think I know it's gonna sound crazy. I know it's gonna sound crazy. I think I think Tyrese Maxey has the capability of James Harden. Like he can play off the ball.
Right, but you got James Harden is not effective in peak. Think of peak James Harden. He was
He
scoring.
has to have the ball. He got to have the
He was
ball.
scoring
But it was
40.
his team though. It was his team. I think because Tyrese thinks that is not saying I think that he thinks it's not his team. But since it's not deemed his team, I feel like it gives me the same vibe as OKC James.
Mm. Maxie
where he
thinks he's
didn't need the
way.
ball as much.
Maxie
No,
thinks
no,
he's
he is
way better
better.
than that. Yeah, and that's why I'm like, Maxie is like, what's his third year, fourth year,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
fourth, I think fourth.
third year, fourth year.
I think fourth.
Maxie's like, I'm hitting my peak.
He about to do it.
So if you so
But see that. Go ahead.
Now I'm
nah,
clearing my
so my
throat.
yeah, so my thing is, who's going to be the person that's going to defer, right? LeBron is most effective when he's kind of orchestrating the offense, I
Mhm.
think, in the half court, right?
Right.
Jalen is most effective when he's got the ball and he can go downhill and he can do his
Do his
thing,
thing.
right? Embiid, 100% has led the league in scoring a couple times,
But
but you give him
Yeah.
the ball and he goes to work.
Mhm.
Maxi's their point guard, but he's at the peak of his like just getting into his thing. So I don't see him being like, you know what, I'm just
Then
gonna
you got
sit back
VJ.
and see what happens. I think Maxi's like, yo, I'm the D I'm the D Wade. Like, give me the ball,
Mm.
and let me work, let
But
me cook.
has Maxie had crazy numbers though for a
He
long
did
consistent
he did this
stretch?
year. Yeah, this year he did.
Yeah,
And you got to think it's his second year, third year really. I think Maxi was like,
28, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 46% from the floor.
and wasn't he like second or third team All NBA
So you
this
said
year?
28 and 4.
He 28 points average, 4.44 rebounds, 6.6 assists,
See that?
46% from the floor.
See
That
that's
this
See,
year.
but
cooking.
I still think he can do that, especially with the second unit being the second unit. What has Anthony Simons?
Hmm. I thought, isn't Simmons gone? No, that was the other
He's
No,
side.
talking
he's
about the other
he's
guy.
with Philly. He's with Philly now.
Okay.
Listen, Maxi ain't seeing no second team unit.
Mm-mm.
He's one of the best young point guards in the league, and
Yeah.
he's like, nah, I'm
Nah,
not
you're right.
taking a back seat.
No.
So
That's
so
why.
so who do you think is going to have a harder time figuring it out? Philly or Portland with the
Well,
addition of John Morant and all that?
I
I
think
don't
all
see
those.
Portland doing nothing, man.
I don't think all those dudes are going to be on the roster when it's all said and done with Portland.
Yeah, like I said,
Hmm.
let's see, but
So
of
who,
course,
who do you ship off? Who do you ship off then?
from Portland.
I'm moving off a scoop.
Hmm.
You're moving off a Scoot. You have to move off one more person.
Whoever, because you got Dame and you brought in Ja. You already got
So
Dame.
so you're
Well,
saying
Dame is back.
Scoot and Drew are expendable.
Well, see, you talk about Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
I'm keeping Drew because he'll come off the bench. He'll play defense. I'm getting rid of Scoot and I'm getting rid of what's the other dude?
I don't know. I
Jeremy
saw.
Grant.
No, not Jeremy Grant.
You're not
Another
you're not
guard.
talking about that Denny out
Yeah,
because
hold on a
he
second.
was a go getter.
No,
He played okay.
I can't think of his
Are you
name.
talking about the high flyer? Something sharp?
No, it's another guard. I think he plays two. Plays the two on this past team. It was Scoot and him because Dame was hurt.
All right, so you got John Morant, Drew Holiday, somebody camera, uh, Soshin, Sharp,
Sharp,
and
yeah, Shea Sharp,
yeah, Shea Sharp.
Sharp,
Okay,
right? Shady sharp? Okay, that's what I
Shea
thought. That's what I thought
Sharp.
you were talking
yeah,
about. Okay. That's not
Yeah,
bad. Okay.
yeah. That's it.
yeah. I think you can get a lot more. Look, him and Scoot are both young. I think
Mhm.
you could move them.
Yeah,
Again,
you can get a wing.
you don't want to get old. Like, I mean, you got Dame, he's old, but you're not doing anything with Dame because Dame
No,
is your guy. Like, you brought him back for a reason.
yeah, this will be his
And,
last year, I think. I don't see
and to
him.
me, if you trade for Ja, you must have an idea of what you can do with Ja. But I
Let's
would move
go.
off the Scoot.
Just
Oh,
tell
also,
John.
I didn't throw this in the mix because I feel like people are not talking about this enough. What do the Spurs do? Because they signed Tobias Harris.
Keep who they
People are
got.
forgetting this. Like people are not talking about this enough.
Look, they need to keep their
But I'm saying, how does
young
that
guys
work?
together. I mean,
Harrison Barnes, it will be gone. He just won't get.
yeah,
Tobias Harris will get Harrison Barnes
minutes.
because Harrison didn't play much in the
Y'all think
playoffs.
Tobias? Y'all think Tobias is? Well, y'all think the Spurs gave Tobias all that money just for him to like be like a bench player?
No. I think you gave him that money because you needed a veteran uh,
Presence.
presence that can still play.
Yeah.
Harrison Barnes was your veteran presence, but he can't play anymore.
Yeah.
He didn't help you. So
Oh,
I
that's
think,
what you're saying. Okay, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Teach him
you
how to
got
win. Teach him how
so
to
so
hold
you
the
got
lead.
so look. So here's what the Spurs are going to have. Harper's going to start, and what's his face? Castle's going to start.
Yeah.
Fox is probably gonna start.
Yeah.
Wemby,
Okay, okay, no Fox.
Harris,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
who's their four?
You already said
It's either Champagne or the Vassell.
yeah,
Yeah,
Champagne, I
yeah,
think. I
yeah,
think it'll be Champagne. He
yeah.
should be better.
Because Fox
Or
should
not
not be
Champagne,
starting.
Champagne.
He should not start
Harper.
over Harper.
Yeah.
But
But
they
he
paid
got
him a
the
So
lot of
that's what
money.
I'm
that's
saying.
a lot of
So
money,
you
but that's
gave
53
Fox.
mil.
Yeah, I'm about to say you gave all that money
That's
to sit
53 mil.
out.
I mean,
I
look.
mean, it's cool. It's
I mean,
cool.
they got, hey,
But are
look,
they gonna do it?
it probably
Yeah,
will. I mean, they'll probably be a mid, and to be honest, it'll probably be a mid-season trade at the deadline next year, and they'll move Fox.
they gave him a lot of money, but
Yeah.
he's not as good as Dylan Harper.
Yeah. Like I said,
Dylan
so
Harper
they'll
was
I
probably,
agree. I agree.
Harper
I
was
agree.
is younger,
yep,
taller, more
cheaper.
athletic, cheaper,
Yep.
and he played way better in the playoffs
Yep.
Way better.
than Fox.
Yeah, like I said, so again,
Would that eat you up alive as a coach? Like knowing you rolled with Fox, but you could have rolled with Dylan?
No, because
no.
I think because Dylan was young, you were counting on the fact that Fox was going to step up for you in the
Hmm.
playoffs.
Yeah.
That's why you brought him in.
Okay,
So,
okay.
but they
Yeah,
won't
I
make
mean,
that
saying, but
mistake twice.
could be, but you could look at it does, and it could have gone the other way. You could have put him in all the time. Then he could have played horribly because then, of course, the media would be like, "Oh, this is what happened when you put a rookie in, a young player.
Yep,
That's true.
You should
That's
have
true.
gone with
That's true.
yep,
your elder statesman player." Blah 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 blah
yep,
blah. I mean, so it's a catch-22. The only good thing about it is he got playoff experience in the finals.
yep.
You know,
But
I
here's
that's
my,
agree.
my, my whole thing with the Spurs, why I did not expect them to make it as far as they did, is that these young teams
yeah,
never win it their first year.
yeah.
And even though they brought in
Hmm.
Fox as a veteran, Fox played. Fox been in the playoffs, got less playoff games than the three of us.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
then yeah, I was about to say
He
that.
never Fox never played in big games because nobody
Dang.
had big games in Sacramento.
Sacramento.
The
It's
only dude on that team with big game experience is Harrison Barnes, and
yeah,
that's when he was with Golden State,
yeah.
and he wasn't even like he was
He wasn't a
um
major integral
a
part.
huge. You're
He was
right,
coming off the bench,
exactly.
getting
He was
20 minutes a
starting.
game.
He was just, but he was their
Yeah,
fourth or fifth
fourth
guy.
option on the second team.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
but
agree.
here we go.
I
Speaking of
agree.
options, we're gonna change gears right quick. So we gonna talk about was it Ben's Novice's favorite team because of course they in the news. Thank God Dallas Cowboys ain't. But like I said, so they got five quarterbacks, I think. I think Shador is the
Hmm.
front runner now, and I think their $1 trillion quarterback they're gonna get rid of. And the whole city was booing when he literally stepped on the field last night, which was horrible.
well, this is the thing. They can't get rid of him,
Yeah.
so he's going to be
Right.
on the roster because they're paying too much money. This will be his last year.
Mm,
I think Shador. To me, you got to start Shador because you got to see if you got anything.
yeah.
You already
Well,
know what you got with Deshaun. I
Hmm.
yeah,
think
I agree.
I think Deshaun is going to be like the third quarterback by the end of the season, and he's only
yeah,
going to play if somebody gets hurt.
by the
But
first.
because they got that young dude that they drafted, that Monken drafted,
Yeah.
because he's got the same athletic ability as like he's a similar kind of player
See, let me check him
to
out.
Lamar.
Hmm.
So I think he probably likes him. He drafted him. Everybody else on the team he didn't draft. So
Well,
Dylan Gabriel, good luck getting minutes.
what else they got? So trying to see, they were talking about Tyler
He might as well
Green,
go ahead.
talking
He
about
might as
Jalen
well do
Yeah.
Green.
what everybody used to
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
to the black quarterback.
Well,
What'd
I
you
mean,
say?
okay, so
I
here,
said Dylan might as well do what they always try to do to the black quarterbacks. He might as well go to wide receiver. He got a better chance at that.
Hey,
talking about Dylan
hey,
Gabriel.
that Joker is my height. He ain't playing wide
Yeah.
receiver.
He ain't tall enough, man. He
Or
what,
running back.
5'11" maybe?
A running back, something.
Nah, look, he too
He can
slow
go
for
in the
that.
slot.
He go in the slot. Like I said, so
He better learn how to long snap.
special team.
At
Oh, look,
least they
he
got.
got a
Hey, look, they got rules that you can't like bowl over the snapper.
yeah. You
You
got to
better,
go
you better
around
learn to
him.
long snap
But yeah, so
or
and
learn to
then
punt.
oh God, yeah, I don't see him doing that either. But like I said,
It's
I
a
think that
fun.
again, back to that pick. I don't know why they picked him. Just made no sense to me when they did it because I was just like, what? I don't think that's gonna work out. But like I said, I did watch some clips of the game. Shador did look really good. He looked better than he looked last year. I think the team is rallying around him, so I think he is going to be the starter. I don't. I'd probably say Taylor Green if he gets any playing time in the next game, may be your number two. Because again,
Ooh, you think?
I
Wow,
mean,
you
I
think
haven't
Green's gonna
seen.
go out?
Well, let's put it this way: if Gabriel's playing anything like he played last year, he shouldn't touch the field because he looked like he was scared. Literally, he looked like he was scared out of his mind.
I think Green is
Mm,
going to end up being their third guy. I think Gabriel's going to be the odd man out.
Yeah,
But,
really.
but
Well, he's a
Green
third
might not
round
be
pick
ready.
though, so I mean,
Green might not be ready.
well, I mean, he may not be ready, but like I said, but I don't think. I mean, I believe with the investments they've made, right? The Cleveland Browns, they are slightly better on the line, slightly. Like I said, and they got him better weapons to throw
okay.
to. So I think they will probably win about 8 to 9 games this year, based
What?
on yeah, 8 to 9. I mean, if everything goes right, you know.
Woo.
8. I mean, again, 8. If you go
Hey,
8, you still got a losing season. You're still 9 and 8 or 8 and 9.
listen, Cleveland ain't trying to win 8 games,
He said
man.
he ain't trying. He said they're gonna be making all kind of bad calls. It's
They
fourth
like,
and one.
yo,
Punt on the goal
they're
line.
like,
We're
yo,
punting.
if they win 8 games,
Hmm.
the
Well,
fans are gonna be
okay.
mad because they're not gonna get their pick of
All
one of
right.
those
So
good
let's look.
quarterbacks.
Okay. So speaking of them in 8 games, let's see what kind of schedule they got this year.
Should be a dirt easy.
Yeah, here we go. So the front. Okay. Skip preseason. I don't care about that. I want regular season.
Should be a very easy schedule because they finished
Okay.
last.
Okay, they finished like okay, so let's see here. First game is against the Jaguars. That's probably gonna be a loss. Second game against the Buccaneers is probably gonna be a loss. Panthers, that's gonna be a struggle. They may win
Hey,
that.
hey,
Huh?
speaking of struggling, we that might be the who's worse. Um, uh, what's
Who?
my man from Panthers?
Who? Bryce? Like I said, Bryce. Like I
Because
said, it's gonna be a struggle.
because Bryce versus Shador. Ooh,
Yeah. And then of course, okay, so that might be their first win. One in what is it? 1 and 2. Steelers. I see the Browns beating the Steelers because the Steelers,
Okay.
Steelers ain't got nothing. Browns versus the Jets. Who y'all got? I'm going with the Browns because the Jets don't have. They still got
I'm gonna go
Geno.
Brown.
No, I don't know. I think that back. Geno was looking pretty good in preseason,
With Gino, they
but
all right with Gino.
yeah, they got Geno starting as their quarterback. So that's what.
No, I still got Browns. The Browns will win by a field goal or so.
Okay, all right. So you got that one. So they're 2-2. Browns and the Ravens. I got the Ravens.
By
All right.
manslaughter, yes.
Okay, Browns and the Titans. I don't see the Titans being there yet, so I go
I don't
Browns.
see the Titans winning.
Like I
Yep,
said, I
I go
see
Browns.
Browns. I see Browns because Cam Ward, when I watched him play in the preseason game, would not take the check down. He kept trying to throw the ball deep and make a play. I mean, I was just
You
like,
know
bro,
what's crazy though?
what? Hmm?
Somebody somebody made a point. As much as we criticize Shador, Cam does not get half the criticized critiquing that Shador gets
Well, that's
in the media.
because nobody's
who,
watching them.
wait, who'd you say doesn't get
You
it?
said Cam Ward's not getting criticized. That's because ain't
Cam
nobody.
Ward, and
Yeah,
he's the
He
number
shouldn't.
one pick.
He
because ain't
shouldn't get
nobody.
criticized because he was decent as the number one pick, but he went to the worst team in the league
Yeah, and ain't nobody
and he
looking at
still
that.
put up decent numbers.
Nobody wants to look at the Titans. They ain't gonna talk about.
Right.
I mean, literally, they expect them to lose for the next couple of years. They're like, you're on the worst team. So I don't see them winning that game. Browns and Steelers again. No, did we do that? Yeah. Browns and Saints. Browns and the Texans should mollywop them. The Browns and the Raiders, that should be the battle between not so good teams. And Mendoza should be starting that game because it'll
You
be in
think he'll be
November.
starting by then? You think he'll be
Oh,
starting by
I
then?
think he'll be starting by the third game, like you said. I really think he'll be starting a lot sooner than everybody thinks. I mean, and speaking of Mendoza, switching topics, he looked pretty regular against who they play. Who they play this past week.
Saw him throw that pick six.
Hard.
Yeah, he threw that pick six, and it seemed like it messed with his head a little bit on the sideline. They was talking to him. You could see his facial expressions. And I was like, yeah, that's what it's going to be. I said, yeah, you played in the quote unquote Hall of Fame game. You look great against the fives and the fours. I said, yeah. I said, now when you start playing against the threes and the twos, it's different. And the ones is going to be way more different. The speed of the game. And again, I give him credit. You know,
You
he's
talking
going
the
to be a
Cardinals?
hope. No, yeah, when they played the Cardinals in
You
the
talking the
Hall of
Cardinals?
Fame game, he was like throwing the ball everywhere, and they were jock around. Oh, he's going to look at this kid, blah 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 blah. I was like, he's playing against the fours and the fives. Stop. He's not playing against. If he was doing this
Yeah,
against
yeah.
other folk coming off the edge, the ones in the okay, I get it. But he's playing against the four. I mean, when nobody in your top 22 or top, should I say, 44 suit up. Come on, man. You playing against kids fresh out of
Come on,
college. You're
man.
running
You
vanilla
gotta shine.
defenses. Huh? So I'm
I
like,
said,
okay,
then you
fine.
gotta shine.
I mean,
You
you're
got no
supposed to
choice.
shine because you're playing against college kids. You were college
Yep.
kids too. But again, in the second game, when I watched him play, you could see, of course, they prepared better for him. So they took certain things away, so he had to do different things. And that's what they're going to do from week to week. So he's going to have to adjust. But I believe he'll be starting by what, game six? Game was it 3-6? He should be starting because once they start losing, people ain't paying to see Kirk Cousins.
Right.
They playing to see Mendoza. And it's going to be a lot
Yeah.
of from what I see, it's going to be a lot of heavy passing to Brock Bowers. And they're talking about what's his name? God, Jesus. The running back from Boise State.
Oh, you're talking
Genty.
about
Yeah,
Jimmy.
Genty.
Yeah.
Genty was like, I mean, and Genty said, yeah, we made improvements in the offensive line, da 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 da. Da. I mean, and they did. They spent a lot of money this offseason in the offensive line. So they're going to need a solid run game to protect Mendoza. If not, he's gonna be throwing the ball a lot. He's gonna be getting hit a lot. I mean, I think they said if I recall, they said the Raiders were the second. The Raiders quarterback was the second most hit quarterback last year.
Mm.
So how much improvement did they really make? But like I said, I mean, they still need some more weapons. They still need another. They need somebody other than Brock Bowers, and they need a solid line.
Well,
Yeah.
they got Genty. If
Well,
Genty is what everybody thought he was going to be, I personally said I thought he was overrated.
Yeah,
We'll see if they have a decent run game. Then he should be able
yeah,
to show all
yeah. He should.
his skills. But I personally said I didn't think he was going to be all that. So I hope I'm wrong because I like him.
I mean, he's a good
But
kid. I mean, I like. I mean, he's small. He's a small back. I mean, he's probably what 5'8", 215, something like that.
yeah, I don't even know.
So he's not a big back. He's not a Jeremiah Love. Jeremiah Love like 6'2", freaking 235, fast, big. Hate to see him coming.
he
Uh,
235?
yeah, he big, man.
Yeah, Jeremiah Love's a big boy.
He's a big dude, bro.
Jesus.
He
I didn't know
big.
that. I didn't know that.
He
I
two
thought he
something.
was small.
No,
He
Jeremiah
looks
Love is a
small though.
big
If you look at him
boy.
on the TV, he does look small though.
In that suit, maybe in
And
all white, he do. 'Cause-
and actually he's so elusive that
oh, he's huge,
you just
man.
don't see too many moves like him.
Yeah, man, he is.
Oh,
He
no, yeah.
is. Let me make sure.
So okay, let me stay in the same. I still want to still talk football.
Yeah.
Why y'all think they set that boy out there in Minnesota, thinking that he
Who?
can still win that quarterback matchup?
You talking about
McCarthy.
McCarthy.
McCarthy? McCarthy can't throw. They already gave the job. to
They already
Kyler
gave
Murray.
it to Kyler. That's
They
crazy.
gave the job, but they knew he was going to be a project when they drafted him. They said that. Okay,
But it's only
so
been what, year two?
yeah, but he got hurt the first year, remember? So this
Yeah, I
year two.
remember. I
No,
remember.
this be year three because he got hurt the first year. He played last year. This be year three.
You got hurt last year too, didn't he?
No, no, yeah,
Yeah.
toward the end, but he played though. But this will be
Oh,
the
okay.
first year because he got hurt in training camp or something. And then they
Well,
put
now,
the
what's his
other.
face beat him out, right?
Yeah,
Darnold?
Kyler beat him out.
No, no. In his first year,
Oh, oh,
Darnold beat him
Yeah,
out?
Darnold beat him out
Yeah,
the
Donald
first
beat him
year.
out first year. Yeah, yeah,
He had that great year. Then last year
yeah,
he got hurt and he wasn't
Kept
very
getting
good.
hurt.
yeah,
Yeah,
And then this year he's going to be behind Kyler.
yeah. He need to learn,
that's crazy.
but he needs to learn,
What you gonna learn from him?
bruh.
No disrespect, no disrespect though.
How
Yeah, I
like
think he's a better
how to
option. But
be a
what you gonna learn from him?
professional.
From Kyler?
Yeah, I
From
don't know. Yeah, I don't
Kyler?
know. Yeah, yeah,
I'm just saying how to be a
yeah,
professional. I'm just saying, man.
yeah. I don't think that's what you're going to
He,
get from him.
Yeah. Just go ahead
he
and shit
said
me out. Just go ahead and shit me out.
he said I'm done, man. Just take me out.
And I think
Yeah,
and
I'll
the
take
bad
that
problem
back.
about it is
So
is
he's 6 foot
the
212. He's 6 foot 212.
okay, 212,
Yeah, he's a
212.
big dude though.
Yeah, he's still bigger than 5'8", 5'9".
Yeah,
I
man.
thought
So
it was
yeah,
like
man. Like I said,
5'8", 5'9".
so when I was watching, and again, okay, so I preface this by saying this was the year that remember this is the year they snubbed Florida State from going to the playoffs, right? In favor of Bama and Michigan, and their quote unquote reasoning was you guys don't have a quarterback. They had quarterbacks. Can you tell me how many yards they passed for in that game? Both quarterbacks combined for under 300 yards. McCarthy had like 125 yards passing.
But we knew then they were a run
Yeah,
I'm just
heavy.
saying though, but I'm just saying. So you knew then what you were getting. McCarthy, he may have won the national championship, but he didn't do it on his arm.
Right.
He was
yeah,
handing that rug off.
McCarthy was a pro day draft pick.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
had a great pro day. He interviewed well,
yep.
so they took a chance on him.
Well, yeah, but again, they knew he was going to be a project. I mean,
They,
that's what
they
I
didn't know they didn't know he was going to be this kind of project.
man. If you'd have watched, I'd have been like, man,
yeah, definitely not.
They were
I don't
prepared
think
to
you I
start.
don't think you draft McCarthy just to trade for Kyler.
yeah. Well,
They thought McCarthy was going to start that first year.
yeah, they did, but because he's only 23 years old. I mean, he got plenty time, but he
Yeah, if
got
you can figure it
time
out.
to grow.
Look how long it took Darnold to figure it out.
A long time. But of
Yeah.
course he had and I think and I believe where Darnold got his best training was when he went to quote unquote the Rams. From the Rams he went to Carolina, and then from Carolina he went up there, and then he went to Seattle.
Well, you just had to get him out of the Jets because the Jets about ruined him.
Well, they're gonna ruin another quarterback because they're gonna have a first round
Hey,
pick.
you know that tends to actually work out for quarterbacks.
Say
You
who?
know, in the history, Baker, you got. I said with the history of like not having a good first couple years and then finding your groove, that tends to be some.
Well, I mean,
I
but you
mean, you
gotta
got
have
Baker, you got Sam Darnold.
well,
Um,
I
you got a
mean, but
few
you
of
got to
them.
remember, right? If we always say this: if you draft a number one overall, you ain't doing too good. You're not going to
Yeah,
a stacked
that's true.
team.
That's true.
You
Right.
going to a
That's true.
team that needs some work.
That's true.
You
But
you ain't
but you
you
got to
ain't
look. It depends on the player, right? Because look
yeah
at a couple of years ago when Caleb went number one,
yeah
Yeah, but I say Caleb was number
Drake went
one.
number two,
yeah
and Jaden went number three, and
yeah
all of them were good from the jump,
yeah.
right?
Day one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But most of the time, that's not. It didn't work out that way, right?
No, I
So
mean
you
that's
got
rare.
yeah,
That's rare. I mean, like I said, but of course, Caleb. Okay. So even okay in Caleb's case, they went out because Matt Eberflus is not a quote offensive genius at all. He is strictly a defensive coordinator, head coach. So you're going to pair your franchise player with a defensive, and it don't work. You got to go out and get somebody who's offensive. And they went and did that. They went out and said, you know what? This is not going to work because all you worried about is the defense and we getting blown out. So it ain't working. So we got this quarterback that's talented. We need to develop him because this is going to be our future. So they went and got what's the coach from the offense coordinator from the Lions. Was it Ben Johnson? So they got Ben
Yep.
Johnson. So now they made that investment and they're making him. They went out and got what DJ was it Sky Moore, DJ Moore. They went and got a run game. They got a defense. So they gonna be something to contend with for the next couple of
Yeah,
years.
they loaded him up with weapons, that's for
So
sure.
you got
Yeah.
weapons.
And what's the coach Ben Johnson
Yeah,
said he said he wanted to be he wanted to break the record for scoring the most points.
yeah. I mean, so they're gonna do that. So then, of course, and then did you look, and then again, we'll look at the opposite of that. The New York Jets, when they had the number one pick for quarterback, they still had a defensive coach. Coach was it Matt? Was it Sanchez? Sanchez was the number one pick. The butt fumble, and he who was the coach back then? Who was it? God,
Nah, that was with the Jets.
yeah, I'm just saying. I said that that's what we're talking about. Yeah, I
Oh, I
said
thought you said
Who you talking about, the Jets?
yeah, the Jets. I said in the Jets, the same thing. Their quarterback seemed to go the opposite way because they didn't give him any offensive weapons.
I
Yeah.
think they just have a bad organization
Well,
because it
again,
doesn't matter.
he said, "Well, it seems like something we should go up there and run it." Like, well, excuse me. Like, hey, you guys want to pay us a couple $1 million to run your organization, turn around? First thing we go to do is we going to win.
Yeah.
We go to, but again, and even Cleveland. Cleveland's the same way, right? Tim Couch. How many quarterbacks did they have? Number one that they did horrible with. Every year
Well,
they drafted a quarterback. Five quarterbacks, number one picks. Where they at? Brandon Whedon, Tim Couch. I was like, y'all just drafting quarterbacks to be drafting quarterbacks. You draft a quarterback, either you draft a tackle the next year, or you draft someone in the line to protect them, or you get him a running back or receiver, something. Right? Cincinnati, they drafted Joe Burrow. What they do? They went out and got Jamar Chase. They still ain't got no O line,
yeah, they still getting
but
them field
still,
goal. Yeah.
but at least they would have got him somebody. They would have got, but they had no, was it Chubb? No, Chubb played for Cleveland. They went and got a running back. They went and got somewhat of a defense, something. Like I said, but that's the key.
Nah.
It's to build around them. If you're not building around, especially if you, I mean, and even when you're talking about Justin Fields in Chicago, but was it that poor boy had what, four different coaches every year for every year, so he was never in a system that he could succeed in.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll never know.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll never know, but
He's with the Chiefs now, so we'll see if he ever gets to play or if he
nah, he won't
develops
get
in
to
anything.
play. He will be sitting on the bench and learning. That's exactly what he'll be doing.
And running the Wildcat. That is
Ain't nothing wrong with
all.
that. Look, you can pay me to be a backup quarterback. I'll take $35 million a year to hold a clipboard. You wanted me to go in? Coach, my ankle really hurts. What do you mean? Well, I was walking down the steps of my $1 trillion house and I kind of tripped up. It's kind of sore. What were you? Get in there. I really can't
Yeah.
go in, Coach. You're gonna pay me $35 million. I will hold a clipboard. Run left, pass right. But no, but again, I'm looking forward to the season. I think next week we should be closer to was it the NCAA starting up? So,
Yeah.
what did y'all think of this before we go?
Yeah.
What about the dudes that I'm hearing? I'm hearing that these cats, if they get cut, can go back and play football in college. Some of these dudes.
I haven't heard that yet.
I heard that today. There's certain
So
dudes they
I
were
think
talking
it's
about
the
if they,
Bucks. I think it's the Bucks defensive end
yeah,
is supposed to be getting cut. Like he's supposed to be getting waived, and he's going back to LSU or something.
yeah,
So is it a lawsuit or they're
Once he
gonna
gets
let him
waived,
do it?
they're going. They said he is
I think
eligible
they're
to
gonna let
go
him do it.
back because of the NIL, because it's no longer considered what we call it, an amateur sport because they're getting paid.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, so they said there's a couple guys that if they get cut, they actually have eligibility and they can actually go back and play.
Well,
I said, and the announcer was like, Now that's crazy. So I'm gonna look into it a little bit more just to see, because again, I
Yeah.
heard it this morning and I was like, that's odd because normally when you go pro, you can't go back unless you went pro in
Well,
baseball.
the NBA, I mean, college basketball definitely went back on it. So I guess it's the
Yeah,
same thing.
same premise, but I
I
was
think it was like a stipulation. I think the stipulation was like because he was on like the training team, the practice squad.
but
Like he
still
never did
though.
an actual full like real rep or something.
Well, I mean, it's kind of weird though. I mean, because either way, you're still on a professional team, whether you're on the practice squad or not. Is that like saying, "Hey, I'm in the D League," because the NFL doesn't have a D League.
No, so it is a
Yeah.
lawsuit. It is a lawsuit.
Oh, it
It's a
is
lawsuit.
okay. Yeah, well, we gonna
He was
see.
granted a temporary restraining order and an antitrust lawsuit, opening a
Yeah,
path for a fifth
it
year
always ends
eligibility
up
at his
coming
general interest
to the
from
courts.
LSU.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll come down through the courts.
yeah, it always does. And they're gonna do what? They're gonna decide. Like, I mean, if they decided with the players, it's gonna be
Well,
wild. Because I'm gonna get drafted. Go, hey, I'm not playing. I got 2 more years of eligibility. I'm gonna get some of this NIL money. Come back.
yeah, but who's to say that there's any NIL money left?
Oh, there'll probably some, man. I mean, bro, you talking about if he's going
Somebody
back to
promised you
LSU?
something for you to think about it. Yeah,
Look,
somebody
look,
promised you something if you think about going back.
if he's going back to LSU, they got money.
Well,
Yeah,
do.
you
So
ain't going to save face.
I know we got to go, but speaking of that, so you know how last year everybody was going crazy because Ohio State had a $20 million roster.
Yeah,
Yep,
Guess what LSU's is this year?
what, 35?
50.
40.
Who's the head coach?
Lane Kiffin.
Oh,
Lane
oh
Kiffin.
God, yeah.
Yeah. There's five teams this year. It's LSU is by far the biggest.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana, Ohio State, Miami,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to say Texas all spent more than 30 million on their roster this year.
Bruh, I'm going back. I got 1 more year eligibility. I gotta go back.
For
I
real.
gotta go back. You know what? I'm gonna tell them. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sign an NIL deal for being the oldest player to make a team.
I would be the mascot.
No, bro, you want to be. Look, I don't want to play. I just want to make the team. That's
Yeah.
it.
But yeah,
If I
50,
need, look, we're
50,
on an
50 million
AstroTurf for
dollars.
one game. I'm done for the whole year. Coach, we up 101. I'll go in. But with that, we gonna bring this session to a close. Like I said, the Novice Sports Show. Like I said, a show where three guys plus one came together to talk about sports from a novice point of view. Like I said, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. But again, you can leave a comment. I would say we'd read it, but we probably not because we got day jobs. We got bills to pay. So when we get famous, we blow up. Remember these days that you guys didn't want to be on our channel because we're not going to do it. We're just going to say no. We're just going to keep plugging away at what we do. But nonetheless, like I said, like, share, subscribe, grow the channel. And like I said, we're going to do our exit intros. So we got my man Who,
Jay,
and we got my man Who Else with bars.
AJ,
And we got A-Dub signing off. Like I said, till we see y'all next week. Again, we're going to be kicking it a little bit more frequently. We know you guys been clamoring, and I know ESPN. That's why ESPN fired everybody because we ain't been doing no content for them to steal. That's right. All right.
all right, well.